But what if I did this?
Are we muted?
Oh.
Are we?
Oh. Oh. My fellow horse clubbians. We bring urgent news from the front.
Oh.
Today, we're tying some dye. Actually, today, I have a box. Is it mirrored? Or is it right way around? Can you read that? It's so far away in time.
It's the right way around. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Typically, when you tie a dye, it takes like 8 hours.
Yeah.
You have to let it really, really set and sink in. But while I was looking up different methods for tying a dye, I immediately got the immediate results of 2-minute tie-dye. And the video on the website that I ended up with involved like using the ice cubes and stuff, which is something you can do to distribute the dye powder. But then they also make these kits that you microwave. You microwave your clothing, and that's my phone, and that sounds like my stepdad. Do you want to read his jokes?
Your stepdad, so it's
mine?
You
Okay.
you get first right of refusal.
All right. So I'm going to show you what fancy technology is available within this box. These are the special microwave trays. There's 2 of them. This is made
2 of them.
for summer fun with the whole family.
And we have the whole
Parents
family
and
here.
children's.
Yeah. Parents and children's. Parents and children's.
Right? It's hefty Tupperware.
Do you think we'd be able to reuse this or something?
Not food.
Yeah.
And then we've got these powdery bottles, and then 2 sets of gloves. Well, don't put those on right now. And then 10 elastic bands, which have to last us.
Do you not have any others in the office?
We might have others in the office. I just didn't check.
Okay.
Beej isn't here to harass for office supplies.
Yeah. We can only harass Paul.
You can't hear the sound, but I can feel it.
How many elastic bands do you have to wrap around a t-shirt before it bursts?
The shirt, like a water balloon,
Like a water balloon.
or like the comedian's head, because they do the elastic band thing too. So, there are directions in English and French. The first step is determine the wattage of your microwave.
Did you do that?
No, because it takes about a minute off. If it's 1,000 watts, it takes 2.5 minutes, and if it's lower wattage, it takes 3.5 minutes, which is not 2 minutes. This whole thing is a lie. Cringe. Okay. Then we soak our fabric.
Patent pending.
We could steal this steal their look.
We'll steal their look.
Yes, horses love stealing.
Yeah, I know that about them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. You can say a lot of things about horses, and people don't, much like people don't look at horses enough to really understand how to draw them, they don't know other things about horses, like their diet, or that they like to play basketball.
The thing is, I can rotate a horse in my mind.
Wait, is it a Plinko horse?
Both kinds.
Oh.
Plinko and non-Plinko.
So on a scale of no apple to fully 3-dimensional rotation of a horse.
Yeah, I can see the bloom effects around the outside of the horse.
It's beautiful.
It's glowing. Radiant, like heavily Gregnant, just
Gregnant?
glowing with the Gregnant aura.
Energy. We've got a pregnant mare, everybody.
Yeah.
We're gonna deliver this baby.
We're having puppies. That does not mean that I can actually draw the rotating horse or the Plinko horse.
And whose fault is that?
Society?
Society? What are you doing? We live in a society so that we could draw horses.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Step 3, fold and tie your fabric. Step 4, prepare the dye. Step 5, apply the dye. Step 6, microwave your garment. Then, step 7, once cool, remove the rubber bands. And you're allowed to cut them in the directions, but maybe not in real life. And then later you rinse it. So, the things have to cool down after the microwave for 15 minutes.
Disgusting.
And then we open the lid and we let them rest 5 minutes or until cool to the touch. So we're going to be leaving this room. I'm going to try to set that up at like the break time. But we also have to leave to prepare our dye bottles.
Yeah.
So let's back things up to step 1. Skip that step. Step 2, soak your fabric.
I have fabric. I found it at the bottom of my wardrobe.
So read the directions.
Okay.
Step 2.
Trempe de la tissu.
No, the English side.
Either pre-wash your 100% cotton garment. Pre-washed and that it was washed like 6 years ago or something. And leave wet or soak in a container of water for at least 2 minutes for the cotton fibers to completely absorb the water. Wring out excess water.
So there is water in here. I rinsed it out. I put water in it. We're just soaking them and then wringing them out. So I have, from the great city of Amazon, these tank tops that I bought fresh.
Can you notice the tone difference between the two?
Yeah, how's our white balance?
Too white, make it more diverse.
Oh yeah. In the bucket.
Wait.
Oh, left. The camera's there.
This
There,
way.
there you
this
go.
Way.
We can even move it closer so you can see the wetting action up close.
Wedding action.
Wet.
Now I'm wondering if we have enough water in there.
There is. It just. Oh, moisty sounds.
Good mop sounds.
Yeah.
I did so much mopping at my previous job. Working in a dining room.
How similar to caring for the elderly is working here?
Well, I don't have to worry about people falling on their ass nearly as much. Because when they do, they can get back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not a falling and can't get back up situation here.
Yeah. And people do eat their vegetables without having them boiled. Yeah.
I would like mine boiled if you could arrange that.
Is this an Alberta thing?
No, I have allergies.
Right.
No. Is it 2 minutes yet?
Oh, right. We're actually
We're
timing something.
All right. Let's ring your bad boy out. Here you go. We're doing this over the floor instead of over the table. Limit the splooshy splash.
Ring my shirt.
Ring my shirt.
Yeah. This is noticeably yellower now that it's wet. Wow.
I'm sure it's the lights. I'm sure it's bouncing off the green wall and giving you yellow. I'm sure that's how.
Yellow.
Yellow. Oh yeah.
Have my old dust.
Smells dusty.
Yeah.
Is that not excessively wet?
Dangerously cheesy.
So now we fold and tie your fabric. On the map, we have different pattern types with different names that you can choose.
Surcease, spirale, gradation, and
Crumble.
corsage.
Then plissage, rayers, and soleil radier.
Soleil radier.
Yeah.
Oh, what the yuck do I want?
What the heck? Yeah, check the menu. Check the menu. If you don't know the language, you can just point at the pictures.
Okay, here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
I have this shirt.
You have the shirt.
I will be putting it on Juniper as like a sunscreen thing for summer.
Sunscreen for summer.
So
we probably
texture?
want like
pattern?
coverage, right? You don't want a lot of the white remaining. So maybe we do the swirly spiral, or maybe stripes.
I am feeling spiral because it also looks more homosexual, which she is owned by 2 local homosexuals.
I'll put that over there for your reference, so we can lay out the shirt on the towel. Right where you put the paper. Yeah. Right. And then you grab the middle and you pinch it.
Grab middle, pinch, bind.
Swirling.
Swirling.
Very tight. Very tight. Tight swirl.
I'm gonna continue to swirl. If I keep swirling that one bit, I'm actually ripping the fabric a bit.
Don't rip the fabric. All right.
Is that a good swirl?
You gotta put the things around it.
It looks like they do it in like a cross.
They're trying to keep it tight.
Wait.
Yes.
Get the entire swirl.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't really, whatever.
It's beautiful anyway. No matter what they say.
But why are they saying things? They're rude.
People hate dogs. That's why they're saying things.
Yeah.
It's those dog haters.
Yeah. My partner did read an article. I don't know if I ever brought this up. He read an article in a local newspaper once that said, it was like an opinion piece. We should do something about all the dogs in this town. There are too many dogs.
It's open season on dogs now.
I just thought like you are fighting a losing
modest
battle.
Proposal.
Yeah, I'll take one more and see if I can find a little bit more, but we can start moving on to, although we're in no rush,
We're in
moving
no
on to
rush.
your thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
This is a bit loose, but whatever.
It's a bit loose,
It's
but
ju-
it's
a
also a
sleeve.
bit tight.
It's a sleeve.
It's a sleeve. Dogs don't need sleeves.
Yeah. Her arms are so long. She's on stilts.
Yeah, they're practically just bone. Alright, so maybe we put this in the container before we drizzle the dye. And then we prepare our dyes. One of us will have to leave the room for this. But there's a fill line on the bottle.
Prepare the dye. Add room temperature water to dye bottles up to fill lines. Mr. Fill lines. Replace caps and shake vigorously for at least 1 minute or until dye powder has completely dissolved. I'm gonna disappear.
Okay, you're gonna take this?
Yeah.
You're taking this for the team? Alright, I'll
Yeah.
start prepping and wrapping my shirt.
Have fun.
First shirt. Getting squeezing all the juice out. It's already picking up some contaminants from the bucket. That's nice. That's nice to know. It's a little bit blue now, but that's fine. Hanya. Still kind of moisty, but not excessively moisty. What do I want to do? All right, chat. Choose your fighter. You have 7 selections, or I just free ball it. Ombre? That seems like it takes the most dye. Freestyle. You vote mystery box, I see. Sunburst. Number 4. You've all voted for different things. You're all criminals. Alright. For the first one, I will try Stripus. Pleat, fabric, and strippus. We're pleating here. We're pleating here. We're going completely replete. Or maybe I should stripe it the other way? No, I'm striping it this way. And getting some bands on it so it doesn't escape.
Hello, bonjour.
Hello, bonjour. We're actively streaming here.
Oh. I turned the things on tight. Well, hi.
Okay. Here you go.
Rocks?
Here we go.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you put them all down. Stop touching everything. There's your pants.
I throwed up.
No! Matt.
Well.
Yeah, no, that's why you stop touching, because you're just spreading. Put on your own mask first.
I'm spreading the good word of blue dye number 6. It did get on my pants, but whatever.
Now they're blue. You blew yourself.
I blued my pants.
Alright. So now that you've had some experience with the dye, you want to put your gloves on?
I feel Smurfy.
Feeling Smurfy.
Yeah. Good thing I didn't have any cuts on my head, actually. Clorox probably would not have felt it.
Oh, not the... you're dyeing your hands, man.
Oh no, my blood, it's blue now.
Oh no, instant royalty.
Oh no. Oh no, I did it, officer.
Oh no, caught blue-handed.
Blue-handed.
2 by 2, hands of blue. Okay, you gotta stop. You're cut off, man.
No, we have to shake them though.
You did. Not
much.
Oh my god. Alright, I'll help. There we go. I've tied my soon-to-be stripey child.
Nice. I have another confession to make, Corey.
No.
I did slightly overfill the blue bottle.
Well, maybe this wouldn't have happened. I'm trying to be so careful. Alright. That might be too vigorous.
It's yellow, it's fine. Yellow can handle it.
Give me the blue, let me see.
The blue is the one that is leaking the most.
So do you want to use blue on yourself?
I mean, I already did.
No, I mean... upon the shirt.
Upon yonder vestige.
Put your gloves on.
Right. Well, at this point, does it matter?
It's about the aesthetic. Alright.
I am glad that I noticed I was spraying dye everywhere pretty early on into it.
Just that you did it while my back was turned.
Yeah.
Alright. So, I'm taking the magenta.
Magenta. I'll do blue first.
Woo! Eager.
So, do they have any tips and tricks for patterning this?
The pattern comes from the tying it. You just try to get dye kind of all over. You can flip your donut over. Oh, you're spiraling, right.
Yeah.
So you want to do quadrants along the kind of the pinwheel shape you tied your.
Like
So,
this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll start doing that now. Here. And the most. I'm gonna let you do some blue before I take the rest of it.
Thank you. I do want some blue.
Just gonna leave the caps off while we're working.
That sounds safe.
Isn't this fun?
This is fun, actually. Flip the baby.
Okay. Yellow.
All right.
I get like green action
Oh.
without adding the green dye. A little bit more, fairly tight.
Okay. So now.
I'm gonna flip the baby and see
Oh, you're flipping the baby.
what it looked like.
Oh, it's a muddy baby on the bottom. Maybe leave that side down.
Okay.
Okay, so close the clam.
I'm gonna put the caps back on now.
Okay.
We're definitely gonna be dyeing this table by the end of this year.
It's fine. No one cares about table.
Clam.
Clam.
Hello,
Hello.
ma'am. Clam, ma'am.
Clam. All right, so I'm going to go to the kitchen, determine the wattage of the microwave, and then put my thingy in for the time and come back. And then I'll go back and then I'll get it while it's hot and I'll bring it back, okay?
Yeah.
That way we have very little downtime in our very critically, tightly timed stream.
My fingers are sticky now.
Get more Clorox, they're down to the left.
Clorox?
The clean ones.
Clorox? Waste not, want not. Yeah, the dye makes your hands slightly tacky. Not from color, because I think this is beautiful. Just from the dye texture. Honestly, these together make it quite a nice purple. And who doesn't love the color of the ocean? Yeah, I don't think that's lifting. Okay. Okay. TXC2, calling it at 850. What's the wattage?
1,000.
1,000. We have 1,000 of God's own watts here in the office. We have a powerful microwave. I hope this turns out well. It does kind of look like... What it reminds me of is like those fruit by the foot sheets. I forget the name of them, but it was like a sheet of the fruit by the foot, like thin sugar syrup paper. And then it had like die cut shapes in it that you could pull out. Fruit roll up, yeah, fruit roll up. They're both fruit. The color of this kind of reminds me of that a bit. The kind of like murky mix of primary colors. A lot of food dye. You know, some days you wake up and you feel smart, and then you provably show that that's not the case. Oh, yeah, it got into the edges of my nails. That's going to be the last part that washes off. Okay. Anyone at home doing a 2-minute tie-dye along with us? Hopefully it's going better than this. Not that this is going particularly bad. We have the powerful microwave after all. We can move these out of the way. Building a miniature coffee shop. Is that Lego or is that like the balsam wood diorama stuff? I've thought about getting 1 or 2 of those dioramas, but we don't really have anywhere in the condo to display them. Did the microwave do its job?
It made it hot.
Ooh!
Woo!
Should I go now?
Unless you want to see how mine turned out first. Or maybe we need more time in the microwave. I don't know.
Okay.
What about you, Chet? Do you want to banish Matt forever off camera?
Silence queer voices.
I forgot to set a timer. 15-minute timer.
Job done. Job done.
Yay.
You have it on the pizza thing. It is collapsing in on itself.
Pizza thing. I think you mean Yowie board?
Paddle.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, that's a board.
Mm-hmm.
It needs another foot or 2 to be a paddle.
Yes.
One
For good cricket.
One of the last conventions I went to did have a Yowie paddle slash body pillow stall.
A rigid Oh, it's 2 separate objects.
2 separate objects.
Not a pillow you hit people with.
No. You can date both and date everything, though.
Yowie paddles and pillows?
I presume.
I presume. It says everything
Yeah.
on the label.
Yeah.
Alright, you look like you're itching to go.
I'm itching from something else.
You can take this opportunity to scrub your hands if you like. I'll just be here.
I love making art on my
Wasting away.
hands. You said 2 minutes? 2.5?
2.5.
2.5.
Oh, do you want the board? Here.
Ooh, Yowie!
I tried to put my horse music on the streaming computer, and it made everything crash. I had to get Paul to help me for 10 minutes to reboot everything. He might have to do a bug fix first before it works. It is cursed music, yes. But it's more cursed than I imagined. Like, I imagined it was cursed in the way that, you know, people didn't like hearing it, or maybe it would give them ideas. Not that it would break JavaScript. So actually the issue is the files are just MP3s with file names, and they don't have metadata in them, and there's a dependency in the system for metadata. So yeah, it just made the entire back-end system for all of our widgets just die. So the music's on the computer. I could play the music at any time if I wanted to. Oh, it's started to make a noise. It's not doing it anymore. I've upset the balance. It was like a leaky balloon. Come on, here's just a little peak of air. Take a breath. Take a breath, baby. It was fun while it lasted. Look at all the bubbles. It's steamy.
Hello?
Hello?
It smells like dye in here.
That's me. I'm dying
No,
on camera. So, is that a timer for yourself?
Yes, I will do that.
Alright, it's 1:37 p.m.
Pacific Standard.
I never know if it's standard or daylight.
There's some standard daylight out there.
Like we spring forward and fall back. Is the daylight savings winter? Or is it the time we get back in summer? Which way does the savings go?
You know, the savings are passed on to you, but in general, I think if we just got rid of the whole thing, that'd make it easier to remember.
But that will, my shift down at Mill, which is 8 hours every day, will expose me to less sunlight. I like to see the sun sometimes. It helps my productivity.
In addition, maybe cut down the work day to 6 hours. What if we did both of those things?
What about 4-hour workday? Rest of the day for Jesus. Hi.
Yeah, but like adult Jesus or baby Jesus or like on the cross Jesus. There's so many versions of him. Which JPEG are you choosing
Is that
from the gotcha?
the
Which Jesus?
Jesus photography group? That doesn't make any sense.
It's, different sects of Christianity have different JPEGs.
Different sects of Christianity? Christianity has multiple sexes?
Yeah.
What gender is your church?
I hope it's a cool one.
Seven minutes left. I can optimize my SEO. Apparently, one of my podcasts has 40 episodes out, which I don't know is true because they haven't named the podcast in the email.
Was someone emailed you about this?
Yeah.
A robot emailed you about this?
Well, they're a human being, which means they will nag me to death until I respond. I could just block them, but maybe I want their service to optimize my SEO in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
The year of our Lord 2025.
Love optimized SEO.
Have you never had that where like people are like, oh, we have a webinar, you should come see our webinar, and you don't email them back, you just delete the email and then they email you again. They're like, we reached out recently to see if you'd be interested in our webinar. It's many great opportunities for Xbox developers. And I'm like,
Seeing as I've never worked with Xbox,
Neither have I.
I don't have that lived experience.
I have not either.
Do you want to?
I don't know.
You should go to the webinar to find out more.
No. Oh no. But yeah, I can apparently make money off the podcast that I've already produced for free 5 years ago.
So different from
an active podcast. This is a dead podcast.
Why do you keep killing them? You birth them and then kill them.
You gotta kill your darlings, or your children, or your babies, or whatever. I don't remember how the quote works. It's Stephen King, isn't it?
Mr. Stephen?
Mr. Stephen King.
Is that actually a quote from him? I thought that was just like a generalized quote.
It's a quote from someone, some writer.
Probably
Maybe
Jesus.
a writer we don't talk about anymore. Yeah, Jesus. No one talks about Jesus anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be really big in horror sci-fi, and now just no one. What happened to Jesus? Like, he was pretty young, like in his 30s.
I've never heard of what ended up happening to Jesus. Never heard that before. They really left him hanging there.
Today I learned that the songwriter, the performer for the Whip Nene song, has just started a 30-year term in prison for doing a crimes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, whatever happened to him? Well, he got really rich, really young, and then did some crimes, and then did, I think, a murder, just a full-on murder, and now he's in jail forever.
Well, that is the consequence of doing a full-on murder.
And yet we will probably still whip Ed Nene whenever we can.
Speaking of blown up young, it seems to everyone that I've heard mention about it that Miss Rebecca Black, is having a great gay old time now.
Oh yeah, extremely.
Yeah. Love that for her. Love to see a queen thriving, you know.
Just really coming into her own.
Yeah.
You know, doing what she loves.
I remember people shitting on her so much and just thinking to myself, okay, the song's kind of funny, but like, guys, what are we doing to this person?
Yeah, I think maybe people were seeing it as like
an acceptable target.
No, it's more like they were seeing the song as a made for TV kind of thing, not just a, hey, my parents got me this thing for my birthday to do with my friends, which would be killer. It would be so much fun to just make a stupid song and make a music video with your friends, even if it's garbage. I've done that, and I only got minorly pilloried. I ended up on R Cringe.
You have?
I've been there.
Oh.
Yeah. I wasn't the main target. I was also present. Also ran. Yeah.
Also ran.
On our cringe.
Does that feel better to not be top of the hill there?
No, because my friend that made the thing had like really great ideas and has really, creative energy, and it was just like, well, I'm never making things for the internet again. Just gonna shrivel up and stay offline.
Yeah.
So it's not fun to see the energy and enthusiasm just
shrivel up and die.
Just emptied from a human body.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. One way that I keep myself from succumbing to such tortures is that I just don't go into Reddit.
Oh, I didn't either, but people will be like, "Hey, this is you, right?" Link. Boop. Also, I don't react to comments the same way a lot of people do. It's not that I don't necessarily internalize them, but I'm like looking for the variety of reactions. Maybe sometimes if people are like factually wrong, I'll get kind of the impulse to fight with them. but I don't mind the comments.
Mm-hmm. You love engagement.
I love engagement. Put your engagement below.
And maximizing SEO.
Maximize our SEO on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have only very rarely commented on YouTube on anything, personally. It seems like the seed of the idea of that giant Final Fantasy video that Graham did was me commenting on a TTC.
Sure.
When they were covering the Final Fantasy stuff. They were talking about some of the cards incorrectly. And the comment I made was like, I'm being so respectful, not screaming right now about the inaccuracies, or something like that. And because that's the important thing, you have to be respectful about
in your screaming.
In your internal screaming. Keep it quiet, a dull roar, you know.
Yeah.
Respect it, like, respect the YouTube comment section like you would a high school classroom. Dull roar.
Well, that's my time. I'll see you all guys next week. Oh, wait, no, that's just the timer. Alright, let's pop this baby and set another timer for 5 minutes.
What?
Let's read the instructions. 5-minute timer.
Fermez le couvercle du récipient et le fixez bien en place. Le placez dans le micro-ondes. Fermez la porte et réglez les temps de traitement selon la puissance électrique du four à micro-ondes. I'm going to swallow some of that spit first before continuing. Et la taille du vêtement.
It's down here. It's that section.
Lorsque le temps de traitement est écoulé, oh my god, est écoulé, laissez le couvercle du récipient fermé et laissez le projet reposer pendant 15 minutes dans le récipient afin qu'il refroidisse. Refrigerate? Do we
Refroidisse. Cold.
Cold. Recold it. Et que la saturation de la teinture soit complète. Après 15 minutes, ouvrir le couvercle et laisser les vêtements refroidir pendant
5.
I was counting up to 5. Jesus Christ, it's been years. Minute encore, ou jusqu'à ce qu'il soit froid ou touché. I took French in university.
In university? Wow. I stopped in grade 12.
First 2 years of university. I went to university for 6 years. And I dropped out.
Considered taking Japanese. I did take like a Japanese history course. I did try Latin in high school a little bit, but I kind of wanted Greek instead.
They're not.
No. Mm-mm. And yeah, then I learned like 8 computer languages. So
you're
they're
polyglot.
not for people. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be like a hyper polyglot and like get a job with the UN as a translator. That was like if I had the biggest brain in the world, that would be what I would have devoted my time and energy to instead of video games. But I'm not the biggest brain in the world, so it's video games.
Video game.
Vibio.
Yeah. You've seen my language skills in action right there. Mainly, it's a lack of control of what my mouth is doing.
Oh.
Not being able to understand how you're supposed to actually pronounce it.
I find it's easier if you lift your front lip a bit.
Like a goat that
From
is
a-
being aggressively something at you.
Le. Hiverkel. Well, the is in the back of the throat.
Yeah.
You gotta like plug your nose. That's the and then out the front is.
In the last like month, for some reason, I've got a little tickle, a little itch for learning German
You should wear a
out of
mask.
the blue.
No.
Yeah. Little
German.
Tickle, a little tickle in the.
Is
part.
it because of Magic the Gathering and all the German cards you're exposed to on a daily basis now?
Is this a Wheeler thing?
Maybe.
Okay. I've not been on Magic streams enough to experience that.
So why German?
I have no idea. I actually have no idea. Maybe because it's like pseudo English in certain words,
Yeah.
because we stole stuff from them. And I'm just like, okay, let's go to the source. Maybe I'm just slightly bored and my mind's like, let's latch onto this as not aristocratic.
Oh, fancy. Big fancy language. Oh.
Not arithmetic. Not what the word for school related to school. This
Academic?
Is academic. This is why I have problems with learning languages. Just fully obliterating.
Stop.
Oh, that's funny.
You've got 4 seconds left until you get to crack the seal.
Stop.
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 Stop. In the name of love. I'm gonna start untiefying mine.
Look, everybody, it's colors.
Oh, it's still warm to touch. I
Oh.
might have jumped the gun.
So I start another 5 minute.
Yeah, you want it to be cool to touch.
5 minute crafts. What?
I saw one,
Egg?
a 5-minute craft, and I know they do weird stuff to drive engagement.
Yeah.
But so they were making felt boots, and then of course they like felted toes and etc. on it. But when they got to the part where they were making the heel, they cut a chunk of cucumber and then stuck it in and then poured in epoxy. And it's inside the felt boot. Like you can't even see it. But there's a cucumber.
It keeps you grounded.
A load-bearing cucumber. It's gonna mush and collapse. Like you want a sturdy heel. Don't use a cucumber.
Yeah. It's like that genre of video where there's some sort of hollow or recess, like ground into object,
Right.
like say a banister or something.
Right.
And then for some reason they're like, okay, we're gonna fill this and make it look nice. Step 1, I'm gonna shave off a part of a carrot or like a cucumber or banana or something and stick it right in there.
Because you want starches as your base for.
Yeah. It helps it rise.
Yeah.
And then epoxy and a lot of paint and sanding down and all that stuff.
Turns out when you touch the thing with dye, you can get dye in your hands.
What? When I touched the thing with dye on my hands, it got dye on it.
Yeah. A lot of cross-contamination happening over here.
Mm-hmm. Are your allergies going to be okay?
No.
Oh.
But I took my pills for that earlier.
Your don't die pills.
Yep. It's useful to have a sinus pills.
Maybe even 2.
A single sinus. Yep. Alright, the big reveal. Maybe I should have had this from over here. Alright. Oh, it's stripy.
Ooh, is that just the trans flag? turn it that way, and it's like the trans flag.
Ta-da! Ta-da!
Don't you feel pride?
Well, now I can't wear it.
Whatever, you have friends.
I have friends. Do I? Do I?
Yeah, that looks good.
Alright, so...
Those are very diffuse stripes, too, so it's like...
Yeah, I didn't want to use all the dye.
Oh.
I wanted to make sure there was enough for you.
Did either of us use green dye?
Not yet. I have 2 more shirts.
Oh. I didn't realize that you had round 2.
I have a round 2.
Okay. I have a minute and a half until
Oh my
9.
god. Oh my god, what are we gonna do?
I'm going to talk about the economy. You first. No,
that's Immigrant Song.
Oh, okay.
Is it cold to touch yet?
The glove?
Yeah, no! No!
I'm just getting ready. You know I have a bad
History.
record.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you go to the Pride Parade?
No.
This last weekend?
No.
No. I did. I planned on being there for 40 minutes, hanging out with some friends, having a nice, lovely, chill time. We were there for 4 hours. I brought an umbrella. I forgot my sun hat, and I did not put sunscreen on.
With your complexion.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I had a red or pink triangle here, which is very on brand for Pride. But after it, I did have a pink triangle here.
Just get the tattoo. Just, get the pink triangle tattoo.
The sun gave me one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
It's not cold to the touch.
Oh no. It's probably okay. Don't burn yourself. No!
I was like, oh, I used green dye actually. No, that's just
From the yellow and the blue.
yellow with blue. Are we only letting it cool off so we don't burn ourselves?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna do this. Want to change angles? Angeles.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice purple.
Nice purple.
Hello? Oh, that is still actually rather warm in the middle.
That's why you have to let it cool down.
Mm. All right.
All right.
All right.
Whoa, it's steaming.
It is steaming. You
Woo!
want to go to wide?
Oh, the vapors. Oh.
I'm going to turn that this way. Look at this t-shirt. It's a spiral. I got a little bit of brown diarrhea color in the middle of that swirl.
Turn it around. Here we see the diarrhea. We're going to take a break, get a little bit of cleaned up, and open a door.
The diarrhea.
So, sit tight and enjoy some ads. It's going to take me a second to mute the microphone once I switch scenes. Goodbye! Do. Hello. Hi. Hello. Yeah.
All right.
So, I guess I will try the ombre
Ombre?
for the next one.
Ombre? Gradation?
Yeah.
Gradation?
Gradation.
What color? Green?
Yes.
The one we have the most left over of?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Are you gonna go for like green screen green? So it's completely
I'm going for
unwearable
green.
Green.
Well, I mean, they're mostly going to be undershirts and mostly for home or for exercising or something like that.
Mm.
They're a little tight on the body,
Okay.
the tube.
It would be funny though to have a gradation green screen green shirt so that you kind of fade into being, you know,
Fade into being.
on a green screen.
Okay. So I think I'm going to start thick at the top and then go until like half-ish way down.
Thick and then half-ish.
Thick and then half-ish. It says use a paintbrush, but I'm just going to be going straight from the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you use one of the gloves to smear it.
I don't know how effective that would be.
I'll try. Oh, I'll try.
We here are all about trying.
Here in the Try Network, us Try guys are always trying.
And it looks like you are going dark top to light bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, dark top to light bottom.
Dark top. Yeah.
A lovely green.
A lovely green.
What do you think about right at the top adding a little yellow?
You want to doodle some yellow there?
If you want. Just give it like two tones.
Yeah. Here. 2 tones. Yay. I've got 2 tones.
Your mom lets you have two tones?
Yes. What if I told you about talking about my mom?
Do it more often.
Alright, so then I'm gonna, like, squeezing it so that it runs down the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that.
Cool.
Cool.
It's green.
It's green. Try to get this pink spot all cleaned up.
Or covered up anyway.
I'm covering. I don't know if it's mistakes. Maybe someone in chat could tell me.
It's cross-contamination.
It's very crossy contam.
This is just fun to watch too.
Yes.
Right, chat?
Right, chat?
Very good, very
There
nice.
we go. Let's put the cap back on now. Gonna get the other glove.
Multi-glove.
Multi-glove. Ma. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, lovely assistant.
Is that okay? You got them all.
Da-da-da.
Ta-da.
Gradient. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Very ombre.
Very ombre.
Ombre.
Very not just all over the place, getting messy.
Yeah.
Alright. Just gonna put the most dyed bit down at the bottom.
Gonna leave it for a nap.
Go to sleep now, baby.
Now banish the child to the heat box.
I'm not a child. Alright, me and the paddle will be back soon. If you're good.
I like being good. I feel like Juniper's gonna like the t-shirt that I dyed for her. Let's see how this is gone now that I've rinsed out a lot of the color. Nice blues. A nice spiral. And it goes dark on the sleeve here with a very dramatic purple. Reverse side. It's beautiful, it's elegant. It's what she's been asking for. And hopefully it actually fits her. And if you want more goods like that for yourself, well, we've shown you the process. Get to it. Never actually tie-dyed anything before. There's a little independent shop near where my family has a cabin near my hometown, and it's called the Cool Bus, and it is run by this old hippie guy, and he sells a bunch of bumper stickers and magnets for your refrigerator with little sayings, and then just a ton of tie-dye. And that kind of gave me the idea of wanting to dress up our little beast that I have at home in a lovely tie-dye ensemble. But like, store-bought's fine, but what if you made it from your heart, you know? Now she can be cool without having to go to the Cool Bus. I don't know how long that guy's been doing the Cool Bus thing, but it's in my entire living memory. I've seen the Cool Bus stationed where they are. Must be swift business. It's right by a inland lake ferry terminal, so you get a lot of car traffic passing by, so you know. Anyone who lives in BC or maybe Alberta may have seen a bumper sticker that originated from the Cool Bus. I should get a bumper sticker. I should get like 5 bumper stickers.
Your pizza?
Thank you. Is it margarita?
Yes!
Yeah, it looks more like a kale pizza.
Yes! In my head, when you said margarita, I forgot that was a type of pizza. And I was like, yeah, it's the drink. You know, we're going to salt the rim.
Yes, and. Yes, and.
You know me.
Just, you know, that could work for a pizza, is salting the crust. Like with like coarse ground salt. As like a little...
15-minute timer.
Am I wrong here? Am I going wild?
Usually, so cheese is kind of salty.
Yeah.
Pepperoni is kind of salty.
Pepperoni
What else
and
do you
cheese.
need?
Yeah.
What else?
Well, what if it was a pizza that did not have the pepperonis?
What? Who?
Slim Shady?
Huh?
My name is...
What?
What? Now I just want a kale pizza. That's my go-to at one of the locals here.
The local.
The locals. Is a kale pizza. It is unfortunately very...
Would you call that pizza standard by any chance?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your standard pizza is kale.
Standard local pizza. Unfortunately, it is like an hour after ordering that you can pick it up.
Uh-huh. And so you have to spend time more time than you really want.
Rotating, yeah.
Rotating pizzas in your mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Mind pizza.
Mind pizza.
When you want it to be tummy pizza.
Yeah. Mind gobbling my pizza. I don't know why I said that.
These nuts go on this pizza.
Yeah. For the crunch.
For the crunch. Well, I think I've had walnut on pizza that has like a kind of more of a Greek or
has leafy greens on it.
Leafy greens, but also like maybe like dried fruit, like a cranberry or something.
Almost a sweet pizza.
Almost a sweet pizza.
Yeah.
Any sweet pizzas out there?
That's
I want to eat you for lunch because I didn't.
Imagine a pizza that has like walnuts and probably a white sauce with like apple slices.
Yeah, right. Yeah, apple on pizza is pretty common.
I haven't had it before though.
Me neither.
James? Pizza, please.
We got dilly bars. Do you want a dilly bar?
I would love a dilly bar. A Dilbert bar. I'm gonna get a Dilbert bar.
Want to get two? So 2 Dilbert bars from the freezer?
Okay.
Is this a bad story? Your face tells me it's a bad story.
Every story's good, but not every story has a happy ending.
Take it!
I mean...
I will watch you eat this.
Should I cut it in half, maybe?
Is it too much for you?
Is this a Gordian knot? Am I cutting this in half?
Yeah, I guess, if you want. There's no knives in here, though.
Okay.
Goodbye. I have the cutting board.
Yeah, but that's for Yowie.
But that's for Yowie. For cutting hot Yowie. Anticipate. Shun? See, I'm hunting the dilly bar through sound. I can hear the preparation happening. The plates jangling, the opening, the closing drawers.
Wood or fork?
Give me wood.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Dillied bar.
Cheers.
It's good. That's a move I learned from Juniper.
Happy birthday, Paul.
Happy Baba Paul. There is something about the chocolate on a dilly bar that's like the best chocolate I ever have. I don't know what it is. It's probably in other contexts I would go, oh, this is way too sweet. But just in this context, maybe because it's cold, I don't know.
And take some of the bite off. Because it's got a flavor like a tiny bit dark, like a tiny bit like a baker's chocolate. It's definitely like a milk chocolate though.
Mm-hmm. When I was a little baby youth child,
Mm-hmm.
I did discover some chocolate in one of the cabinets. And then I had a piece of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I learned what baker's chocolate was.
Mm-hmm.
A common lived experience, you know.
Like, I don't know if this chocolate would be indistinguishable or would be distinguishable from a caramel bar.
Mm. It's missing the caramel though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. You know. What was your go-to chocolate bar growing up?
Crunch.
Crunch? That's a very straightforward name for a chocolate bar.
Mm-hmm.
My go-to, for some reason, was Mars bars.
Really?
Yeah. Now I have one, it's just like, ooh, this is very sweet. It's too sweet. It's just too much. And you really have to chew at it too, without it being the satisfying chewing that a good nugget gives you.
Mm.
It's just like thick, and like you have to process it, and so it's just very sweet in your mouth the whole time.
When I was a kid, we had a neighbor who was a Mars representative.
Oh,
So he would just get boxes
a
that
Martian.
he would take home. And so it would be like, you'd see him coming home from work and he would just hand you 2 Mars bars. See him in the morning, he'd hand you 2 Mars bars. And they were not my favorite. And they're still not. And getting more exposed to them did not improve my feelings towards them. But you know, now that I've got like a special nostalgia, a fondness,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of counters the boring ass bar.
Mm. The Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bam.
Bob.
Still hot.
HOTTOGO.
6 minutes.
Thank you, 6. When I had my first job.
First job.
So, you know what a superstore is? Probably.
The Great Canadian.
La Great Canadienne.
Loblaws.
La blah blah blahs. I worked as the seafood.
You were the seafood?
I was the seafood.
Okay.
Not for very long, because I wasn't good at the job.
How do you bad at seafood?
You had to stock the shelves, it turns out. And I could barely find anything in the freezer. So I could stock a couple items, but then a lot of them just never got refilled. I only bring this up now because a common thing that I would do in order to have a little pick-me-up during my shift is I would...
Just unhinge your jaw and put in a whole halibut.
Yeah. Just for the hell of it, you know. I would buy one of the like 20 packs of assorted chocolate bars.
Right.
And then just have one of those during my break. I was 16 at the time.
Okay.
I did not feel great after break, usually. Oddly enough.
It's just, you know, that age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Work.
Yeah. I would also always go home smelling like fish.
Whenever like a password thing is like, list your first job, I'm always like, does the paper route count?
Were you paid for labor and services?
No.
Then that might be a different.
I collected fees, but Mom used it for gas money. Because she drove me to the paper route, and so she claimed.
So net zero.
Net zero.
Okay. I would say net zero emissions, but no, you were driving.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like a waste of time, although I'm sure it builded up your
Yeah, I love to be awake at 5 a.m.
Same.
It was very similar when we started going to the gym at 5 a.m.
Around the same time?
No. I don't know if I could have maintained my paper route and my cardio at the gym.
Yeah.
As a 8-year-old.
But you were learning the importance of hard work. And how you hate it.
And how I hate it.
Yeah. You were learning the importance of daylight savings. I'm sure that affected you if you were waking up that early. Right?
Yeah, it did.
Like...
Especially as I have chronic insomnia.
Oh.
And some of that, that's on me for reading under the covers with a flashlight. But it's also very boring when you're awake all night and nothing is happening.
Yeah.
So.
Whenever I get little bouts of that, usually when I'm under the weather, my mind loves to do a thing where it's like, oh, there's nothing going on. Okay, I'm going to fill this with 1 or 2 chord progressions from just a song. No particular song. But it's going to be one song.
So you do music. I should have had you on a music stream.
Like, this is like a song from the radio or whatever. It's not new music. Music from the 80s, 90s, and today.
It still counts.
Okay, well. Just play some Sarah Bareilles on stream.
Is that all one word? Sarah Bareilles.
Sarah Bareilles.
Sarah Bareilles.
Cerebellum. No. I have not listened to her music in so long now, actually. Huh. Anyway, were you a big Bareilles fan?
Nope.
Bareilles head?
No. I had a very esoteric exposure to music. A lot of my family likes country. A lot of my family only likes Christian or like worship music.
There is some intersection there.
Yeah. And then there's like oldies like Frank Sinatra or Glenn Miller or Roger Whittaker. I really like what Roger Whittaker still do. So not so much contemporary to my childhood or youth music.
I think the first album I ever bought, like a CD I ever bought, was one of the U2 greatest hits. So I had some of that going on as well. That was like before I had my own taste in music, and it was just like what my parents listened to.
When I was in high school, that's when the iPod came out, and 5-minute timer. Yeah. Ugh.
Let her breathe.
So the iPod came out, and it was just a hard drive that played music. So you could just go to your friends and just grab all of their music and put it on your iPod. Or like jailbreak your iPod and change the background and stuff. Fun things to do. So I ended up with a lot of marching band and harp.
Well, it kept you moving, the marching band anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Harp.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of folk, a lot of Celtic.
Did the harp ever do any harp covers?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mainly filled my little music player thing, which wasn't never an actual iPod. It was some other little thing. I mainly filled it with sad women singing emotionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also curated some higher tempo, I guess, rock music for the intramural sports activities that would happen in the gym. I would take over the sound system and play music for those.
Like you too.
Yes. So it would be like just a lot of AC/DC. Just AC/DC.
Ackle dackle.
Yeah. Maybe I would throw in some Beatallica to screw with people. Because I like doing that.
You're just a little scamp.
A little scamp.
Yeah.
It got worse after high school because that's when mashups started. So that then you could have
You got kneeled.
really messed up music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's when you started making your own, or
I did not. No.
that came later in life.
I still haven't made a mashup.
Haven't you done music on this very stream?
I like sampled stuff, but sorry, distracting people.
Yeah. That's what the stream's all about.
Did not like stick two songs together, or I would have probably derived like as far as influences go. Sure, there's Neil C, but
And
there's
Neil
also
Young, yeah.
Neil Young, famous mashup artist
Weird Al.
with his weird triangle-shaped player. Girl Talk. Big fan of Girl Talk, and then which was kind of nice because when we came here, it's like, oh, Graham's also a fan of Girl Talk. He loves to sing along to Girl Talk at Desert Bus. There's some language in some of those songs because
English.
it's kind of it's a mix-up of hip hops and pop music. So there's swears.
Hip hop pop.
It's fun when you remember a song differently and don't think it has swears for your children's TV program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is a classic experience of being like an uncle or an aunt or whatever, and the nibblings are like singing along to something they've listened to on the radio, and it's like, I don't remember the specific song, but it was pretty charged in terms of like, I'm gonna bump and grind with you kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I had two nephews that were singing that in repeat, like echoing each other, really feeding into the spiral of let's sing a slightly horny song.
Alright, let's reveal the green monstrosity. And then I think we can tie up one last one, doing a spiral, and then we can probably just call the stream.
Yeah.
Woo! A little bit spicy at the top.
Is it steaming?
No, it's just warm. Oh, there it is. It is steaming. Steaming hot shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, ah.
It's a bit more splotchier than a gradient, but that works.
Shut.
No, it works.
A little splotchy for great. You're splotchy.
It's very grink coated.
Well, the grink's gotta be there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll put this to the side and start ring-a-dinging the last one. Oh, soupy. Oh, we look. Okay, I guess we can do this
There.
on the table. Or you want?
Just so that you're visible. Showing actions to the stream.
What if I just told them instead of showing them?
Then that would be like the fantasy novels that Adam's been doing.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. Choose your own die adventure.
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
Meow.
All right.
Now, what color scheme? What emotional journey are you going to go through on this shirt?
I want to do a spiral for myself.
Okay.
Not to show you up and everything.
But you want to have your own little bit of diarrhea brown
Yeah.
on a shirt.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Love, I really have to communicate that I'm a lady with IBS. Love to put myself on blast every day.
Well, that's part of the
It's
condition.
part of the condition.
Yeah.
And yes, just going out there, eating the stuff I'm not supposed to.
I'm giving you space to tell your story, you know?
I like tomatoes.
Oh. You can have mine. I'm not very fond of them.
Well then. Alright.
You've made a little rosette.
I made a little rosette. Definitely find the middle. This is going to be great. This is going to be lovely.
And cool, too.
And cool, too.
Sequel to Cool.
The sequel to Cool. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Alright. So, I think this might have gone better if we hadn't gotten dye everywhere.
Well, I blame the economy.
It really is the fault of the economy and, I would say the man, maybe?
This man.
He's right there, get him! Okay. So, I think...
I will say these two together make a lovely purple. If you want purple.
See, I'll try to, like, make a dark line, and then a light thing, and then dark where the bands are. So...
You're actually going to separate
I'm going to try to actually separate out the colors.
And this
So
time...
maybe let's do the light section first.
Yep.
Alright.
Like an egg.
Just like egg.
Like a little Easter egg, a little painted egg. Aw, it's a little daisy.
It's a little daisy! Like Mario Kart. Alright, so I'll just do like 2 of this one.
2 shots of green.
2 shots of the grink. Then glue myself all over the place.
Nice.
And then
What about that one? Is that
well,
gonna
it's
be?
gonna be purple
it's gonna
with
be purple, that, oh, okay.
with some bloop maybe.
Bloop. Nice coverage. Are you gonna do a flippy dippy?
No,
No.
leaving her right side up. All right. Any spots need more coverage? Probably need more green.
Just like a heap of green in
Just
the middle,
a heap
or
of green. No,
no?
just where I see gaps.
No white left on this thing. This really is an art form where you have to learn the idea of just going with the flow. You
Can't stop the flow.
You can't be a perfectionist with tie-dye.
Oh, I've seen Instagrams with people. All right.
A terrible curse to perceive an Instagram.
There we go. So for our last adventure,
For our last trick.
here's the drippy baby. Oh God,
Oh no, the baby's dripping.
it's just water. Nobody panic.
Now to put the baby in the hot box.
Baby, go away now. Bye-bye, baby.
Bye-bye, baby.
Everyone say goodbye to the baby.
Bye-bye, baby.
I'll leave you on booth while you're entertaining. Whoop.
Yup.
Whoop.
Yup.
Yep.
Yup. Colored dumpling. Yeah, we paddle jump scare. It's been here the whole time. Ugh. Yeah, I kept thinking to myself, coming up to the stream, oh, I need to go buy a shirt for this. I need to go buy a shirt for this. I need to go buy a shirt for this. And then I kept forgetting. And then yesterday, I remembered. Except it was like late in the day. So I just like scrounged through the clothing I already had. Thankfully it worked out. Yeah, 100% cotton. That's the ticket. I think this will go well. My partner will be so pleased that we have more fashion for the beast. I would say post beast pictures in chat, but that doesn't really work, so just go to the Discord and post beast pictures there. People love photos of beast and beast adjacent photos. Maybe multi-beast photos. Especially in fashion. Post-beast. Yeah, symphony. Post-beast. My partner and I didn't really intend on it working out that way, but so many of the accoutrement that we regularly put Little Miss Juniper in is pink. So we are those homosexuals that have our little beast and we dress her up all in pink and we dote on her. You don't necessarily enter into it thinking that that's what you're going to become. And then you just find that you've fallen into it. And you only really realize it when she's in like 3 layers of pink and you're snuggling up on her in public and doing that little cutie voice at her like, oh, you're so nice, you're so cute, you're so lovely, everyone loves you. And then you know you're that girl. Yeah. It's a journey of discovery. I feel tiny. What's been happening to the background image here? I remember this not looking like this before. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a small, tiny little guy, and it's my birthday, and I'm mad about this. Do we even have all this stuff still? Has someone been jacking up the scale of the background image slowly over time?
I mean, someone. Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
It might be a fun little game that several people are playing.
Oh, multiplayer.
Multiplayer.
Yeah. Have you set a timer for 15 minutes?
They did. It's because I'm sitting further back. Yeah, it's forced perspective.
We are little hobbitses.
Smaller than Megatron. For Optimus.
Yeah. But bigger than before.
Bigger than before.
Yeah. It's one of those references that...
I can't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, for me, go here.
Oh.
Inscrutable unless you know it. But if you've seen the meme image, then you know, go here. And it works, and it's lovely, and it's cool. I put one of those in the golf pre-record that we recently did for live. specifically for one Jordan Hatton.
And did the olds hold you back?
The what?
The olds? They don't know your newfangled jokes?
No.
No?
No, I was allowed.
You were allowed.
I was given the green light. And Jordan specifically pinged me on Slack saying, I love that you put that in. Also, the Let's Golf with Mama.
Ah.
Both Jordan and I are big on Tumblr, loving the...
You're big on Tumblr?
Well, in terms of loving the blank with Mama jokes, we're reblogging with Mama.
Yes. I'm aware of this, and I told you today, before the start of this show, that I wanted to title it Tie-Dye with Mama, but I didn't want to be Mama. But it did make me think about getting a wig.
A wig?
We don't have a dress that fits me.
Oh. Do we have one that fits me?
Maybe. It's really narrow on the chest, so that's the problem.
Oh. I mean, I'm not big. So.
Not big. Not big!
As you can see from the background, I'm not big.
We're not quite borrowers.
We're lenders.
Neither a borrower nor a lender be. Bzz.
Did I ask you, is this the first time you've tie-dyed?
I don't remember. I have not tie-dyed. I've done the bleach dyeing. I have some shirts at home that I thrifted. Some more tank tops, really.
Mm-hmm. All about the tank top. It's time for summer, so.
Yeah. So that's what we'll be doing in 2 weeks with Heather. Here in the studio.
And you'll make sure to bring enough dilly bars for everyone.
Nope, only bleach.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't be there to spill the bleach, so hopefully things will go more smooth. Is it just you two?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I mean, it's not a secret, but that's going to be the last Can't Draw Horses Club on the regular schedule. We're taking it off the schedule.
Turning it into a fun little bonus.
Fun little bonus hee-hee-hoo-hoo.
Yeah. So that you can really just load up all the projects into one big
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah. Paul made sure to let me know that the mini split, the air we have in here, is not from the outside, so it doesn't work really as a saving you from dying measure.
Oh, for the bleach.
For the bleach. For the bleach. He was worried about this, but this is fine.
Is there bleach in Clorox?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Serviette disinfectant.
It says chloralkyl diamond fezzel benzoammonium. I don't think they have bleach in it because it's pneumonium.
Pneumonium. I should name a dog Pneumonium.
Pneumonia is a beautiful name.
I mean, my brother-in-law has a cat named Frank. So.
That name sucks.
That name's cool. Whenever I see Frank, I'm just like, Frank, and then just.
If the dog's name was Frank, can you imagine?
Frankfurter.
Frankfurter.
Mm-hmm.
Frankfurter.
Mm-hmm.
Frankfurter.
You know what I love?
Hi. Yes.
You know what I love is the preponderance of sausages in this town.
The dogs?
So many wiener dogs.
Right, because we're a little short on butcheries, charcuteries.
There's so many of them, and they're all good. There are the sleek ones and the ruffled ones.
Yep.
And they just do their little...
Some of them get sweaters or little rain jackets.
End of thought.
That's it.
Okay. Because there was a big wave of Frenchies.
Oh, it's the French New Wave.
Yes, it was the French New Wave. Yeah. But it seems like the rising stars are the sausages and the skinny little twig things like juniper.
Yeah, I have seen a number of skinny little twig things and the larger twig things.
Yeah.
Greyhounds specifically.
Yeah, I think more people around here are specifically rescuing galgos. I think primarily from Spain, which look very much like whippets. Like they are not that different from a whippet in look. But there's a lot more of them available for rescue.
Yeah, like we imported our car from Japan. I can't imagine the process for importing a dog from Spain.
Well, I follow a dog blog.
Dog blog?
On
a blog for dogs.
Yeah, on Tumblr.com.
That's okay.
Yeah, and they regularly fly out batches of greyhounds from Australia.
Australian batches of dogs.
Yeah, which is even farther than Spain.
Everything feels far.
Yeah. But they arrive. And they're there to adopt.
Maybe part of our country is closer to Spain than where we currently are. But I don't know how far Spain is from Canada versus Australia. Because you can go the other direction on the globe.
Yeah.
You can go left.
Yeah. The thing is, the Pacific Ocean is vast. She's big. She has the range from Japan to
Right.
Peru.
Yeah, that's all the same ocean, isn't it?
Yeah, it's big. Like, I think there is an emoji of like different sides of the world, like a globe, and one of them's like North America, of course. The other one is Asia, of course, and then the third one is just basically the Pacific Ocean, and it's basically just blue. And then Australia's in the bottom.
How'd it get down there? Nobody knows.
It's in the naughty corner.
It's in the naughty corner.
Yeah.
Australia knows what it did.
Yeah. And it won't tell. It's like Juniper. She never tells us anything.
Does she not speak?
No, she needs to
How old is she?
communicate. She's 2.5.
Oh, that is a little young.
Yeah, but they should learn by then a couple words at least. You know?
Well, she's walking, right? And she's running?
Yeah. She's fast in some aspects, but in others, like, she needs to catch up. Like, she doesn't know math at all.
Well, again.
I'm not a parent, so I don't actually know
You're
the
not a
timeline for some of that stuff.
But were you a baby?
Yes. I was an infant. Were you an infant?
Unlikely.
Oh. Scam likely. Yeah.
I was a 2-foot tall baby.
Mm.
I came out that way.
I think my brother also was born just very long.
Very long.
And also my partner was born like very long. Some babies are just built different, you know?
Mm-hmm. Some babies are just long.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the short babies out there. Sorry for...
Short.
I don't mean to be exclusive.
Short kings out there. King baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boss baby.
Infant monarch. Mm. Oh, I just saw that. There's an older couple with 3 weenie dogs. Do the weenie dogs play together?
Oh.
Do they writhe? A bunch of sausages writhing in a field? Imagine.
One of my uncles
Rotate in your mind.
had 2 weenies when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
They were named Jay and Silent Bob, and they got my aunt's Dalmatian pregnant.
Oh. How'd that turn out?
It didn't,
Oh.
but she dug a big hole in the backyard that I could fit entirely inside, and I got in trouble for going down there. My mom was afraid I'd get stuck face down in a hole and die.
I mean, when a hole's there, you don't want your child to fall in it, you know? You know? Did the weenies dig the hole?
Nope.
Or the
Dalmatian.
Dalmatian
Dalmatian
okay.
also dug a hole through a wall, and through a book collection,
Ooh.
and a coffee table.
Ooh. What? Oh. Just likes to dig.
Yes.
Okay.
Dalmatians have a lot of energy.
They are working dogs. Down at the fire station.
Yeah.
My grandpa had a Dalmatian. This was around the time when he started to get a little bit of the memory issues.
Right?
So that Dalmatian, along with the chocolate lab that he owned at the same time, ballooned up in size. Have you ever seen a fat Dalmatian? Because I have.
No.
It was fat.
No.
Like, actually.
They're built very similar to greyhounds.
They're not
They're
that
like,
far
they're
off,
just
really.
like a hound. Like it's
Yeah.
like the skinny stomach.
Some sort of
Stomach
hound
up.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the high tuck and the deep chest.
Like a bloodhound. A basset hound. They can get kind of thick.
Yeah.
They can drag on the ground. Fat
Like a sausage.
Dalmatian. Yeah.
Fat Dalmatian. Yeah. The chocolate lab got the nickname at the time Tootsie Roll.
Rude.
Yeah. We still loved her. But then one of my aunts was like, okay, I'm taking the dog food away and I'm feeding the dogs once a day for their health. Yeah. The fattest whippet I've ever seen was just photos of pregnant ones. They really don't get fat.
Have you seen a pregnant Chihuahua?
A Chihuahua in a family way?
Mm-hmm.
No, I
Because the puppies are puppy-sized. And they birth a litter.
Did you witness this? Was it a miracle of nature? No?
I mean, in some ways a miracle. Just...
Was this Chihuahua pregnant by a larger dog breed?
Nope.
Okay.
No, purebred.
Okay.
One of the future puppies was half terrier, though.
Okay. Terriers aren't that big, though.
They ended up with like a Chihuahua Terrier cross, which was really cute, really scruffy,
Yeah.
and they named it Scruffy. All right, pop in this.
Poppin' fresh.
We wait for it to chill the heck out. Ooh, it's still spicy hot.
Ooh. One of Juniper's siblings was nicknamed Twiggy.
Oh,
So, you know, descriptive nomenclature.
we're good at naming things.
Yeah.
As human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna continue because I am a homosexual. Naming pets after herbs. Plant life. That's one of the subgenres of homosexual.
It's just naming things after plants.
Yeah.
So my name is a plant name.
Yeah, asparagus.
Yeah.
Is that why your handle is Absalar? Probably not.
No,
No,
that the character in that book signs up for the military under a fake name. The fake name is Sorry. So I'm sorry.
In general?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the joke.
There you go.
Full time, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Like, I have another name lined up for use in like a decade or more.
Okay.
Larkspur.
But then you just short it to Lark, and people will be like, this is a bird name, not a plant name. Maybe Larch.
Lurch?
Here's my dog, Lurch. Sorry, was that Lurch? Lorch?
Lurch.
Loach? No, that's a fish name.
I'm just thinking that, like, Sage is a bit basic. Leaf is just a dude's name. Like,
We call him Joaquin now.
The guy I knew in university is named Joaquin now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Rose, kind of basic. Daffodils, too many syllables for a dog name. You want it to be
I could
two.
see like a little Bichon Frise or a Shih Tzu named Daffodil with a little hat.
You could shorten it to Dill.
That's just a different plant.
Yeah. Yeah, multi-plant hybridization, you know.
Oh, this is my dog grafting.
Huh.
Here's my dog Lemon. Limon.
Limon. Here's my dog Grapefruit.
That's a good name!
Yeah, it is actually.
I would die for Grapefruit.
And you will.
Not with my medication, no.
Would you name a dog Tomato? And would you love it?
Yes, and there's even like songs. It's like, hang on little tomato. I would sing to the dog.
Would you name a dog Potato?
I call dogs Potato already. But that's just because of the shape.
Yeah. I mean, when Juniper was a small,
It was Potato?
we referred to her as like a partially baked potato because she was like soft around the edges. No longer. She's all angles now. She's all angles now. All bones. A dog made entirely of bones. Would you name a dog Water?
Water?
Last name Melon.
Melon. I think I would just call the dog Melon.
Melon, yeah.
Is the dog a collie?
That's up to you. That's up to you. That's up to you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Lassie, old news.
So when are you getting this dog?
Oh. Not before the Cappy. Not before a bird.
Those are two different beasts.
What? You're just telling me this now?
Would you name a bird Melon?
Yes.
Would you name a Cappy Melon?
Yes.
What would you not name Melon?
Melons.
So you're a contrarian.
Yes.
Okay.
That's just my immediate thing. It's just like, oh, you say these are melons, huh? Well, what if they were not a rose by any other name?
It's still bullshit. Would you name a bird Grenade?
That's kind of a cool name.
It's pomegranate in French.
Pineapple.
Would you name a capybara Anana?
Probably not.
No. No.
It's a lot of like maybe banana, but
Banana.
like one fewer syllables.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's the same.
I wouldn't
That's the same.
I wouldn't expect my animals to speak French.
Okay. Well, but they're Canadian.
Are they from New Brunswick?
We're all bilingual here. As you saw earlier in the stream.
You didn't know any French until university.
No, I took French in high school as well. Are you lying about people you know now? Are you lying? Are you fibbing?
No. What if I just didn't remember? Alright, I think this might be cold enough to unwrap. And I think there's enough people missing outside so it's not noisy as much anymore. I'm going to swap to the other view so we don't lose the green. And start the debandonin.
Debandonin.
Ooh, bande dessinée, that's what they call it.
Mm-hmm. Would you name a dog Kale?
Would you name a person Kale?
I grew up in Nelson, so I'm pretty sure I've met someone
You've
called
met Kale?
Kale.
Alright, ready for the steam release. Ooh, hot. Ooh, hot. Ooh,
Green.
hot.
More drink flavor.
Oh yeah. Get it all over the ice cream.
That somehow it looks like you really didn't put very much red in it.
Somehow.
It worked out very nicely.
Yeah, not
But
too
I
bad.
thought you put more red.
Not too much diarrhea.
Mm-hmm. Just a lot of dye. No Rhea.
Where is Rhea?
What do you mean?
We'll never know. That's gonna be it for today. We're all done here with the ties and the dyes, as you can see.
Yeah. Now to wear them on stream in a week, right?
Right.
I'll have to bring Juniper.
Do you have
for
anything
that.
to say to the people?
Thank you for joining us. It was great to be here with all of you. Be creative in your own lives as well. And also, thank you. Name your dog's flower. And
Support us on Patreon.
yeah, support us on patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Also, you can do super thanks on YouTube's and join membership on YouTube's. And also, I think we have like a PayPal that you can directly give money to.
Yes, yes. And if you're watching on YouTube, leave in the comments a plant that you would not name a dog after.
Yeah. A plant that you would feed to your dog.
No! Goodbye.
Bye!